Okay. So, dear professors, what we have been doing so far is me trying to put you at the point where you can get the missing figures. Okay, missing figures. And why do you need these missing figures? You need these missing figures because they would help you prepare your trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Okay, so the fact is that when they give you a question, sometimes you skim through the question and you cannot find your total sales, right? So to be able to find the total sales, you have to prepare your debtors account to get the credit sales and check for any cash sales and add the two. Because you know when you are preparing your trading account, the first item is your sales, your total sales, right? So what we have been doing so far, one is getting our total sales, okay? And as I've indicated, your total sales is equal to your credit sales plus your cash sales. Now we have realized that for you to be able to prepare your, get your total sales, okay, you need the credit sales. How do you get the credit sales? You prepare the debtors account. Okay. Now the second thing is you would also need your total purchases. Total purchases, which also follows the same formula as that of the sales. So total purchases is also equal to credit purchases plus cash purchases. The beauty of it is that the cash purchase and cash sales will be given to you in the question, right? But for the credit purchases, you may have to prepare your creditors account. So if you want your credit purchases, you have to prepare your creditors account. And we've seen how to prepare the debtors account and creditors account. Now, the next thing you will need is your expenses and income. Okay, so you also have to prepare your expenses and income account. And I think we have seen that. Please go back to the videos if you haven't watched them, how to prepare your expense and income account. Then finally, when you get to the balance sheet, you will need capital. Now, let me demonstrate this. In the question I gave here, right? In this question, if you go through right from the following information relates to whatever, you don't see any item here as capital. But the question could go ahead and ask you to prepare your balance sheet. So how do you then get capital to prepare your balance sheet from this information? And as we have discussed, you have to prepare the statement of affairs, to be able to get the capital. So that's the reason why I've taken my time to take you through how to prepare statement of affairs, expense account, income account, creditors account, debtors account, so that you can get these things right. So let me give you a typical example of how the questions could be set. Okay. Let's check this question. As for the cash book, I wouldn't do that extensively because I believe my professors can, prepare the cash account or bank account. Okay. Okay, so let's look at this question. Now, this question this thing is being hurry up. Okay, so look at this question. That's the question that is coming up. Look at the requirement. Some of the requirement can go straight ahead. Prepare your statement of affairs, prepare debtors account, creditors control account, and then trading and profit and loss account. Okay. But then you would see that as you go through the question, there are some of the figures that are missing, as I've explained here. So you would have to prepare certain accounting statement to get those figures. So quickly, let me see if I can get one question and then we'll solve it together so you appreciate how things work. Please, if there are questions, draw my attention to it. Okay, I think I would have to go down for the illustration I'm looking for. Okay, let's check this question for CC Enterprise. So let me go to the top and read from top. Okay, so it says the following. Please, let's all follow, okay? Well, one person should read this for me. One person should read it for me. Who is going to do the reading? Prof. Natasha, would you read it for me? Okay. I think Natasha will do it, unless Natasha wants to delegate to Amma. Okay.
The following is the summary of cash book of Cersei for the year ended December 31st December 2015.
Okay.
Cersei, did you hear me?
Oh yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Cash book. So we have balance board down. $40,020.
Okay. Okay, so that is the cash book. Thank you, Prof. Natasha. That's the cash book for us. And let's appreciate some of the things. Opening balance, cash from debtors, additional capital, right? Cash paid to suppliers, wages and salaries, general expense. Now, if you go down, additional information is given and you have stock debtors, creditors, wages and salaries owing, rent paid in advance. And you see two dates here, 1st January 2015 and 31st December 2015, which is opening balance and closing balance. Look at the requirement. You are asked to prepare your trading profit and loss account for the year ended 31st December 2015. So dear professors, without wasting my time, you pick on your first adjustment or your first requirement, and you are asked to prepare the trading. So in the books CC, we are to prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st December 2015. Okay, so we all appreciate how to prepare your trading profit and loss account. The first item you bring in, dear professors, is what? If you start your trading profit and loss account, what's the first item you bring in? This one is partial profit share.
Sales.
Sales, great. So you pick your sales. So now you come to the question, and dear professors, help me identify my sales. This is the question. I wish I can put, let me see if I can put them on the same page. Okay, so this is the good. We have it in full picture now. So, dear professors, help me identify my sales. Where is my sales? You will comb through the question and you will not see any specific sales, right? Even if there is sales in the cash book, that is your cash sales. Where is the credit sales? So it then becomes necessary for you to go and prepare what your debtors account to get your credit sales. And you have information about debtors here, right? So you now see the essence. Yeah, prophecy. Yeah, go ahead.
Currency. Your currency.
Okay, yes, my currency. Yes, thank you for that prompt. That's LE. So let me put my currency there. LE. So LE. Okay, thank you for that. So the point is that you don't see sales here, right? But you have debtors here. So you have to prepare your debtors account to get your sales. And I want to believe all professors can prepare the debtors account. Now, when you prepare the debtors account, what you get is your credit sales. So when you get that one, comb through and see if you find any cash sales. And of course, it will be given in the cash book if there is. In this question, there is no credit sales, right? Because when you sell and you get cash, you debit your card. So at the debit side, when you see any sales, that's your cash sales. If you have debtors, go and prepare your debtors account to get the credit sales. You add the two together, you get your total sales. So I have done my debtors account down here. So let's pick the figure of the credit sales, right? Okay, so this is the debtors account, right? You bring the opening balance, how much you receive from them. Okay, how much you receive from them and the closing balance. So when you do that, your credit sales will be 260,965. I want to believe my professors can prepare the debtors account. That's my major, issue. Because if you can prepare the debtors account and get your credit sales, then you are good to go with your trading account, right? Or should I prepare the debtors account with you together? I think we have done this over and over, right? So there's no point repeating it. So let's pick the figures. So your credit sale is 260,965. It happens that we don't have any cash sales in the question. So we go ahead and put the figure there. 260,965. Okay. Okay. Now, after you bring your sales, the next thing is less return inwards. But in this question, we don't have any return inwards. So we move on to the cost of sales. So cost of sales. And as you know, we begin our cost of sales with the opening stock. Prof. Amma, what is the opening stock in this question?
MV 6,210.
Okay, so as you see a stock at 1st January, 6,210. Then we add purchases. Okay, so again, you go through the question and you see purchases, right? be it cash purchases. If it is cash purchases, it will be in your cash book credit side. Because when you purchase with cash, you credit your cash. But here we don't see it, right? So we have to prepare the creditors account to get our credit purchases, which in this case will be equal to the total purchases because we don't have a cash purchases. So again, you prepare the creditors account. So you now appreciate why I took my time to take us through preparing those accounts. So let me pick the creditors account and pick the figure in there. Okay. So when you prepare your creditors account, this is what you get as your credit purchases, right? Your credit purchases. So you add that because that will be equal to your total purchases. There's no cash purchases in the question. 142,410. Great. Then you continue. There is no return outwards in the question. There is no carriage inwards, right? So it's the normal trading account you are doing, just that some of the items are not given in the question. So you have to prepare those accounts together. As simple as that, right? So you add it and get your cost of goods available for sale. Now, because of our time, let me pick the solution up here so we can follow through and move faster. Okay. Okay. So when you add the purchases, you get your cost of goods available, right? And after that, we all know you less your closing stock. And the closing stock is given here as 4,460. We less it. There is no trading expense. The wages here is attached with salary, so it will not come to the trading account, right? So we get our cost of sales, less it from the sales and get our gross profit. And when you get your gross profit, you add other income. Okay, other income like discount received, commission received. In this question, we don't have any other income here. There's no other income, right? So we move on and less the expenses. Now, if you pay attention, your expenses are wages and salaries, right? But again, you have 14,850. You have wages and salary owing at the beginning and then owing at the end. So it becomes necessary for you to prepare your wages and salary account. That's the expense account, so that you know how much you are bringing to your profit and loss account. Okay, and that is what we did the last time, preparing the expense account. Okay, so in this question, when you prepare that of the wages, I think for rent too, you have to prepare that of rent. Okay, because you have rent paid in advance and you have how much was paid during the year. Now, if you check the postage, for the postage, there was no information on it, right? So the postage is 1,200 as in the cash book. Now, for the rent and wages and salaries, this is how you go about them. You prepare the account and you will know how much you are taking to the profit and loss account. So again, please, to those who have not mastered how to prepare the expense account, please go back to the videos and watch them for me. Reach out to me if you have challenges. Okay, so for the wages and salaries, there was an owing of 560, and during the year we paid this amount. There was a closing balance, right? So we get 15,030 for our profit and loss account. You prepare the account for the rent account. You get 4,110 as what you are taking to profit and loss account. The other two, general expense and postages, we didn't have to prepare the account because there was no need for us to adjust. Okay, but there was no owings and prepayment on it. So that is what basically it is about. Any question, professors? So what I want you to appreciate is that you have to know how to prepare your debtors account to get your credit sales, how to prepare your creditors account to get your credit purchases, how to prepare your expense account to know how much you are taking to profit and loss account. And those of us who are not very much comfortable with it, the videos are there. In our previous lessons, we did that. So go back, watch it, review it, ask me questions if you have. And trust me, if you watch it keenly, you know you shouldn't have issues preparing these accounts and statements. Okay. So professors, any issue I have to address? If not, we'll wrap up in this session. And in the third session, maybe this time I'll give you a question and you prepare the trading profit and loss account. And hopefully Thursday we'll look at the balance sheet and finish with how else you can know your profit under single entry. Any question for me? No questions. Okay, so the major highlight is that please know how to prepare this account and you are good to go with single entry. Okay. So I'll see you. In fact, I'll see you in the next session briefly before I give the assignment or exercise. In fact, exercise, right, on the page. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now. If there are questions, please ask me. Let me end the video.